Hello and welcome to the Overcome Yourself podcast. As you know, my name is Nicole, and I'm super excited to be talking today to Regina. And Regina is a website and you're a funnel expert, right, Regina? And you're going to talk to us all about making awesome money online with our funnels, right? So,
Yeah,
welcome, Regina. Go on, tell us what you do and tell us how you help your clients make more money online.
yeah, sure. So thanks, Nicole. Thanks for having me today. So I'm just super excited to talk with all your audience today. So I'm Rajeena. I'm from India. So I am a website and sales funnel expert. So I help female coaches and course creators out there. So I work with clients globally. So I have worked with clients from UK, Australia, US, Africa, all over the world. So now you know that the world has become a little bit inside a mobile or inside a laptop. So I'm just connected with all over women down the world. And I'm so super happy to help each and every one of them who are just struggling from their back end technology issues, maybe in automating certain stuffs in their progress, or if they are like worrying about their launch, like what kind of funnel they have to provide. Maybe they are going with their webinar funnel, or they're going with their workshop funnel, maybe an email funnel, or like they have a product like a digital product, maybe a template or what those kind of stuff. So I help them in generating the backend and provide them a clear strategy like how you should launch, because doing everything with a website and doing everything with the design alone doesn't stop, right? Having a clear strategy and knowing how to launch is the major thing down there. So I help all my clients. I'm super excited to talk with you today.
Yay, that is awesome. And I work with clients with SEO and
Mhm.
some basic website stuff, but building landing pages and understanding what you're selling and how that process goes, that's so important. And that is even another step. So you've got to have your SEO, but you've also got to have your funnel set up correctly so that the
Mhm.
traffic that you're getting with that SEO has something to do on your website, right? Like
Yeah,
you want to
true.
direct people. So I think that's incredible. And, you got to have a plan, especially when you're trying to launch a big event. Big events, like you were saying, even funnels, like that could change your life. Setting up a funnel correctly and having a big event and driving traffic to that changes your whole life, like in that time frame. And so that is so powerful, that I love that you help and you specialize in helping female coaches. So that's incredible because there's a lot going on in the coaching world. And so
Yeah.
I love that you help women provide something that's real, that's actually going to help people, right? And it's not just a bunch of fluff. Like you have a plan. There's actually some value that's being provided, and it's all you're able to say it in the right way, right? And so there's so many different little pieces that go into this. So that's incredible. So do you want to tell us maybe what is like your number one tip for the entrepreneurs that you work with? Like what is something that you tell every one of your clients? Something, like the big important thing.
Yeah, the big important thing I tell my clients, like when I tell funnel, they get shocked, like, oh God, I don't have much thing to pay for ads. That is the most important thing many of my clients.
Wow.
The one thing I need to tell my clients, funnel is not completely related with ads. It is just 10 percentage of the funnel. You have many things to bring you traffic, maybe SEOs, maybe even organic traffic. You provide content on Instagram, you provide content on Facebook, or you do any networking kind of stuff, also brings traffic to your landing page. So building a funnel doesn't always mean you should have like a paid traffic like Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads. That doesn't bring you enough amount of sales, because compared to organic sales and inorganic sales, like a paid sales, organic sales has more conversion rate, because people know you one is to one, and they get to know you one is to one. They probably buy your service, maybe a high end service or one thing, they probably buy you. But in case of paid ads, there are some people who haven't even met you, just like an ad that popped out in your Facebook page or something. So they have like issues like, do I trust this person? Can I go to this person? So on the conversion rate, little bit get low when compared to paid ads. But I doesn't tell that you should never go for paid ads. You can have both. So while coming into funnel, don't get confused that funnel is only for paid ads. You can do that with organic as well as paid.
Heck yeah. You guys can't see me, but everything she says, I'm just nodding my head like, yes, 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 it's all true. It's all value. And ads are really scary, especially if you're just starting out. And like you said, you don't need to start off with ads. What I learned from one of my coaches was you don't throw money at something unless it's working already, right? And so your
True.
organic market is where you get to test your offers and you get to test the language and you get to test your copy. And do people like this? Are they clicking on it? And then are they taking action? Because all of those are different steps that we've got to work on in the funnel, right? Because it's not just about
True. True.
setting up the funnel, right? It's
Yeah,
actually
it's like
getting
a
people
whole
to take
process.
action. Exactly. That is incredible. I love it. So can you tell me a little bit, because we do, this is about overcoming ourselves. So I'd love to know a little bit more about your story. How did you become a funnel expert, and your career shift? I know we were talking about, a way that you overcame yourself, and you mentioned a career shift. So tell me all about Regina and how she got to be such a knowledgeable expert about funnels and websites.
Yeah, of course. I love to share you my story because that is one thing. Like it was not like you're seeing me today. I have been working with clients globally, but I was not the same 2 or 3 years before. I was completely a different person 2 or 3 years before. So I was an architect. I did my graduation in architecture. So
Oh,
I was an architect. So it was like my childhood dreams, from my seventh and eighth grade. It was like my dream to design buildings. Whenever I go see some buildings, I just stop there. I just stare at the building completely because I love building that much. And I was like completed my graduation. Then I placed in a well-known firm. I just was working. That was super excited. I just have worked there as a junior architect, did everything. Everything was a super cool process for me because my life was growing in a track where I dreamed from my childhood. But this was a peak time for every woman, every female out there. There is a change after their marriage that comes for each and every woman out there. Maybe whatever culture they are, whatever location they are, this is a big changeover for them. So that is how it is for me also. So after my marriage, after my kid was born, I was 24 into 7. I have a responsibility to take care of her. So, architecture is not something to sit inside a home and just tap something under a laptop. You have to go out, you have to explore, you have to get out. I had an option. What I have to do? Do I have to take care of my kid or I have to go do a job, 9 to 5 or something? But my priority was my kid because I love her so much. That is what I need. I need to take care of my kid. So on that time, I just realized that I'm lacking somewhere. I just need to show something to the world. I just need to prove something to the world. So what am I going to say to my daughter? Like, you know what? I have achieved this. I have achieved this. I didn't have anything to say her at that time. I don't want to simply show her that women can do whatever they want. I just need to be a proof for that. That is the main thing that is keeping me going till this day. I need to be a proof that women can do whatever they want.
Yes.
So it was like not an easy process to think something apart from architecture because everything was in my brain is related to buildings, related to designing and all these things. Then I slowly stepped into this digital marketing stuff. So whoever are listening here, you're someone like dealing with it. Do I need to have a career shift? What do I'm gonna do after my marriage? Because I need to have a career shift. I have to sit inside home. I have to do some work. Maybe your 9 to 5 is not giving you exact thing you want. You need to change yourself at some point. Just keep your brain apart. Like leave whatever is saying you. Just go with whatever you wish to do. Just don't stop. Don't just stop. Like what do people think outside the world? What do my relatives will think? What do my friends think? just stop ignoring all these things and just go with whatever you do. Maybe you don't have to tell anyone what you do. Once you show them the result, they'll definitely understand what is your value is, what are you worth for. So just go do whatever you want. That is how I did. I just stopped, like too many steps came into my mind. What I'm gonna tell someone who asks me, like, why did you study architecture? That would be a big question mark, right? So I just get out all the stuff I need to do. I need to prove something. So I slowly started like exploring something in the digital world. Then I realized the importance of website and the funnel. We need a process to be successful in this digital world. We need a system to be successful in this digital world. That is what important. We generally, you don't have to sit inside home and you think like whatever I do in laptop will bring me success. No, if you are a coach, you are running a coaching business, you need a system that gives you leads. You need a system that converts you into some potential clients. That is what I realized, that is what important for others too. So I just started exploring more in this technology aspect, and I love designing. So bringing that designing, whatever I learned in my architecture field, I just incorporated everything in the digital field, and I was now evolved into a website and sales funnel expert. My
I
God, I think that was a huge story.
no, not at all. It was amazing. And you know what? In a way, you kind of still are an architect because you still have to, like, you see the building and you lay out the blueprints for a functioning, something like a building where people are going to come in and they're going to use, and there's going to be function, and there's going to be get-togethers, and there's going to be life. And so in a way, you're just an online architect now, right? That is
Yeah, oh my God. I've never
awesome.
realized me in that term, online architect.
That's, you are like, when you were saying it, I was like, oh,
Oh,
that's so cool. Like now she's like a website architect instead of like a, like a building architect. And that is incredible because I mean, I don't see that when I look at a building. A building to me is just a building, but I can relate to a website. Like I see websites so different, like going onto websites now, it's a different experience, like as soon as you get on there, you're like, this is wrong. you know like when you're
yeah.
like from the customer side, when you're trying to buy something and you're like, oh, this, let me run a backlink check. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Oh, I should contact them because they could improve their website. Like, do you do
Yeah.
that too? Is that just me?
Yeah.
That is
I
awesome.
just used to go with this inspecting, no, that CSS in the backend. Oh God, this sounds something like weird for me. I just check whether the CSS is correct there.
What is
Yeah,
this? i
true.
don't i don't think they know. Let me see if I could help them because I could totally clean this up. um so I want to
True.
hear a little bit more about how we can work with you. So if someone wants to get in touch with you and they want to say, oh, hold on, before that, I want to comment back on something that you said. One of the things that I love talking about is making sure that you don't build a job for yourself. And so I think that ties in so well to what you were saying about creating systems around your business, because that's
Hmm.
the only way to scale. That's the only way you're going to be able to hire people. That's the only way that you're going to experience freedom of time. Because, like, we're not doing this for the money in itself, right? Because the money in itself comes and then you're like, oh, that didn't really do anything. We do it for our families, right? Like, and we do it to have time. So it doesn't make sense when we build a job for ourselves where we're still working 20 hours a day. That's not the point of this. And so I love when you're talking about building those systems, because that's what's going to give you freedom. Like, that's the whole point of this, right? um
Yeah, true.
so I just wanted to point that out. That's such a great point. And then what I was going back is, you had mentioned to me the 30-minute consultation that you offer. And I can only imagine how amazing those 30 minutes have got to be. So tell me a little bit more about that and how listeners can get in touch with you.
Yeah, sure. So if you are someone like struggling with your funnel or struggling with your website, you have amazing ideas in your head, but you don't know how to work it out in a system, or you don't know like what kind of lead magnet should I provide? Like, do I have to launch a webinar, or do I have to launch a 5-day workshop? Like, what do I have to have in my sales page? Like, what do I have to do with my offer? That is a one thing. What I have to do with my bonus and all those things. I know there are huge questions that pops out in your head when you are about to launch your course or your coaching program or whatever it is. So I offer a 30-minute free consultation call for whoever or there who are just struggling with all these things. So I'll just share the link down. So you can just go contact me there. So I'll be super excited to meet each one of you who are just willing to get more ideas from me.
That's awesome. And yes, that link is going to be definitely down in the show notes. And I love it because sometimes, and it's happened to me before too, where you sit down at the computer and you're going to go work on your website. You're like, I'm going to make a webinar. And then you sit down and you're like, what do I do? Like, I don't even know what the first step is. Or you know what, let's do a membership. Well, how do I even, like, okay, I got to get this, but then I also need this. And you're like, and so you can kind of drive yourself a little bit up a wall there. So I think it's so important that what you do and helping to like create systems, like that's just, I mean, that's just gold right there. That's just total value right there. I love it. Okay, so any last minute tips that you want to share with the audience before we sign off here, Rajeena?
Yeah, sure. Like, the main thing I say you is like, form a system. Maybe you're just starting your coaching business, or you're in a part to scale up your business or whatever it is. Form a system. And the main thing you realize is, all the 1,000 people who subscribe for your email list, or all the 1,000 people who subscribe for your lead magnet, are never gonna be your client. Only 1 or 2% from the 1,000 subscribers are gonna be your client. So focus only on that 1 or 2% who are going to be your client. So that is what your energy has to be. That is where your energy has to be, and that is where you have to promote your offers and everything. So just don't make your energy into that 1,000%. Just focus in 1 or 2, so that you will realize, like, okay, what I have to do, what I have to do next. Okay. The main thing is test your offers, test your service, keep on testing until you were like an expert, until you reach a potential stage or something. Keep on testing your offers, keep on testing your programs and everything.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And just something that you made me think of, something that you mentioned in the beginning is sometimes even when we're posting on social media, even if we're not talking about ads, we are reaching cold audiences, people that don't know us. And we have to remember that that newsletter, it's more for building that relationship so they can get to know us and
Mm-hmm.
eventually building up that know, like, and trust, where they're going to be like, hey, you know what? I don't know what you're selling, but I want it, right? And so
Yeah,
I
true.
don't know, that's just a little tidbit. So not to focus so much on the selling, but you do have to put your offers out there every day, at least, or at least once a week. You've got to be talking about your offers. And you know, once you build out the funnel, the only step that's left is directing traffic. Once, you know, like direct traffic, tweak, direct traffic. And so it becomes a lot of fun once that funnel is built. I absolutely love, well, you already know. um, Awesome. So thank you so much for coming on the show with me today, Rajeena. It has been absolutely incredible. You're just providing so much value, and I can't wait I've got to check out your 30-minute consultation so you and me can sit down and take a look and see how I can improve my website too, because like, you know your stuff, man. I'm excited about this. So thank you so much. And I hope you have a great weekend. And we'll talk soon.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Bye.